Yana, and welcome to your restorative rest practice. Today's rest practice is focused on yoga for rejuvenation. We often have so much going on in our lives that we forget to take the time to let the rest and let the restoration come to us. So let's begin by focusing on the breath. We'll start with a breath practice today called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril or balancing breath. This is an alternative practice to the alternative breath practice. We'll begin with making a L shape with the right hand, pointer finger, middle finger facing up, and valving off, closing off the right nostril. We'll begin to inhale in the left nostril. So following the breath as it comes into the left nostril, inhaling in, and then exhaling out both nostrils. The next time we're going to close the left nostril and inhale in the right nostril, and then exhale out both nostrils. Reminder, you might need to grab a Kleenex, give your nostrils a little bit of a blow so that you have breath and no mucus in the nose will really help the practice. So grab a Kleenex if you haven't, and then we'll start again. So again, we're just closing off the right nostril, inhaling in the left, and then exhaling out both nostrils. And then inhaling in the right nostril, and then exhaling out both nostrils. You can keep the eyes focused on the third eye, where the middle and the pointer finger are pressing into the ajna, or the point of intuition on the center, energetic center of the brain. So here we begin. Inhaling in the left side, right nostril closed. Following that breath, holding it in the center of the brain, and then exhaling out both nostrils. Now inhaling in the right nostril, left nostril closed. Closing and exhaling out both nostrils. Inhale in left, right closed, exhaling out both. Inhale in right, left nostril closed, exhaling out both. Focusing on the sensation of the sit bones elongating through the spine, inhaling in left. Nice deep full breath, exhaling out both. Inhaling in right. Exhaling out both. We'll take 3 more rounds. Inhaling in left. Right closed, exhale out both. Inhale in right. Exhale out both. Inhale in left, right nostril closed. This time trying to inhale to the count of 3, exhaling out both. Perhaps to the count of 4, extending all the air out, feeling the belly button pressing back towards the spine. Inhale in right. Exhale out both. Beautiful. 2 more times, inhale in left. Exhale out both. Inhale right, left nostril closed. Exhaling out both. And the last round here, inhaling in left. Breathing up into your proud chest, exhaling both. Inhale in, right, left nostril closed. Exhaling out both. Closing both eyes, palms facing up towards the sky, and then just taking a moment to check in with the body. Just following the sensation of the breath, following the warmth of the breath as it leaves the nose. Feeling the coolness of the breath as it enters in through the nasal passages. Following as it comes down into the throat, filling up the chest, deep into the belly. And then on exhale, feeling the warmth. Belly button comes back towards spine, ribs knit together, breath releases out the nostrils. Beautiful. And again, just following the breath as it comes in, just observing the body, mind, spirit state. Noticing your starting place without trying to change anything, using the power of observation to bring in acknowledgement and invite in peace. Releasing out the breath, what does not serve you any longer. Beautiful. And gently opening up the eyes, getting centered, bringing the eyes open, extending out the fingertips, palms facing down here. We'll inhale, reaching behind us, grasping the hands behind the body, pressing the hands out away from the tailbone here, and seeing if you can feel the stretch in the front of the collarbones. Breathing up into your proud chest, into the back of your heart here. And on the exhale, tucking the chin down towards the chest, lifting the chest up towards the chin, and noticing that space that you're creating in the back of the neck here. And inviting the breath into the back of the neck. So you'll notice with the arms behind you, you can really take a deeper breath into the upper part of the lungs, expanding up into the middle upper chest, up underneath the breastbone, sipping that air in through the nose, perhaps holding it in for a second of internal retention, and then exhaling out the nostrils as the belly button comes back towards the spine. And then on the inhale, releasing the hands, exhale, opening the arms out to the side, getting the fingertips a little wiggle, and then exhaling the hands back to heart center. Inhaling here, exhaling the arms out towards the side, palms facing down. And on the inhale, interlacing the hands behind the back again, and this time placing the opposite thumb on the top. Extending the hands back a few inches away from the spine, inhaling the chin up towards the sky. And on the exhale, chin comes back down towards the chest. Belly button back towards spine. So using this grounding through the sit bones, the sensation of the hands pressing one into another, the palms pressing into another, breathing up into your proud chest, inviting in that sense of restoration and rejuvenation into the body. Using the breath as the vehicle to travel into this restorative place. Noticing if the mind begins to wander, can you bring it back by making the sound of the inhalation and the exhalation louder than the sound of the thoughts? Beautiful. And one more inhalation here. You can really notice with the chin tucked towards the chest, this ujjayi breath or this victory breath, this little snoring breath as you inhale in. Filling up into the breastbones, up into the proud chest, into the clavicle, shoulder blades draw back towards one another. Breath comes up into your proud chest, and on the exhale, snoring, releasing the breath, this gentle compression in the throat. Very good for the thyroid and the lymph nodes here in the top of the chest and the neck. On the inhalation opening, releasing the arms. Arms come out towards the side. Beautiful. Inhaling the arms back towards heart center in prayer position in front of the heart. Fantastic. We'll come over onto all fours into our tabletop position here. Fingertips pointing forward, thumb pressing into the ground, tops of the feet pressing into the ground here. And inhaling, rotating the tailbone up towards the sky, belly drops down, really breathing, stretching out the front of the abdominal muscles, and the chin and chest comes up towards the sky. Breathing into the space in the front of the chest without collapsing. Notice if the shoulders are coming down and collapsing, can you exhale, press the hands into the ground, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, squeezing the scapula together here, engaging through the core. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, tucking the tailbone under, releasing it down towards the floor, pressing up into the hands, belly button draws back towards spine. Into our cat position. Ears, head, draw down towards the floor. And on the inhale, releasing the tailbone and the head up towards the sky, finding that relationship between the top and the bottom of the tailbone. Breathing into the front of the belly, into the front of the chest, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, squeezing the scapula together, as if you had a pencil between your shoulder blades here. And then on the exhale, tucking the tailbone under, initiating the movement from the bottom of the spine first, pressing into the center of the spine, the heart comes up towards the ceiling, shoulders drop, head drops down towards the floor. Belly button draws towards spine here. Pressing the top of the feet into the ground, nice and active through the legs and the hands in. Beautiful. And one more time. Inhaling, perhaps a little bit faster here, just finding what feels good in the spine. Perhaps flushing out the spine with the inhalation dynamically and exhalation concurrently. Looking back towards the belly button. And this time then looking over the right shoulder, drawing the right tailbone towards the right shoulder, making a gentle C shape. Can you look back and see your tailbone on the right hand side? And then head back towards neutral, spine towards neutral, and then exhale, tailbone coming over towards the left side, gaze coming over left shoulder, and gazing back at the left side of the hip. Inhaling here, exhaling, looking back at your own tailbone here. See what's going on back there. Inviting the breath into the right side of the rib. And noticing this compression on the left side. Detoxifying the organs on the left side of the body. Inhale, coming back to neutral. And then on the exhale, bringing the toes together, knees wide apart, and walking the fingertips forward, coming into a forward child's pose. The chin may come down towards the ground here. Inviting you to press the elbows nice and wide and far apart, the palms coming together, and making a little sharp fin and placing it behind the head. as you create space in the shoulders here as well. Following the breath as it comes in and out of the body here. Exhaling the hands down. Beautiful, walking the hand back up. And this time inhaling the right hand up into the air. Breathing, looking up towards your right fingertips. Pressing the left hand into the ground. And then on the exhale, threading the needle. Right hand comes underneath, left shoulder. Right shoulder blade comes onto the ground, and then exhale, walking the left fingertips out. You might move your weight forward so that it's in the shoulders, or if you like more of a stretch, you can walk the tailbone back slightly towards the heels, which will then in turn begin to create more of a stretch in the inner thighs as well. Inviting the oceanic wave of the breath into the body. Using the breath to support, oxygenate, and restore. Inhaling the left arm up into the air. Exhaling the left hand down under the left shoulder. Inhaling right hand back up into the air. Opening up, and maybe perhaps a C curve on the left side of the body. Really breathing into the right side of the rib cage, and then exhaling the right hand down towards the ground. Inhale the chin, the chest up and forward, tailbone comes back. So the same cat-cow position here, but from this sitting position, this vertical position, then exhaling the tailbone under. Belly button back towards spine. Inhaling chin and chest up. Breathing into the front of the belly, front of the abdominal girdle, and then exhale, tailbone tucks under. Head comes back, looking at the belly button. And back to neutral here. Inhaling the left arm up into the air this time. Bringing the left hand underneath. Threading it under the right shoulder. Left shoulder comes onto the ground, inhaling the right fingertips out. And just noticing as sounds arise in your environment, as thoughts arise in the environment, how can we focus on the breath? How can we invite this wave of the breath and the information coming in through the senses to draw us deeper into our core, into our foundation. Inhaling, breathing underneath the right shoulder. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, extending those right fingertips perhaps another centimeter or two forward. And then noticing, can you shift the weight back towards the left heels, or towards the heels, opening up the inner thighs just slightly. Maybe you'll notice a difference between the right shoulder and the left shoulder. So interesting that the same body and its different sides, different linear planes have such variations. So just taking the information, and rather than getting stuck in the story of what happened or how, or just using the breath to center back into the sensation in the opening. Beautiful. Now inhaling, pressing the right hand up underneath the right shoulder, pressing in, using that nice strong arm to press you up, extending the left arm up into the air, and then perhaps even reaching the left arm up over towards the right side, getting a nice extension into the left intercostal muscles along the left rib cage, and exhale, releasing the hand down. Inhale, tucking the tailbone forward into your cow position, And then exhale, tailbone tucks under, chin looks back down towards chest, chin tucking inwards. Beautiful. And then coming forward into a Sphinx pose, both feet pressed wide into hip width distance apart, the shoulders rotating up and down and back. As long as we're here, actually, let's just take a nice upward dog. Pressing the tops of the feet into the ground, the shoulders rotating up and down and back, or cobra. First in cobra position, breathing into the chest, opening up as if a cobra is striking here. And then if you would like to go further, you could reach up, extending the hips forward, pressing into the tops of the feet, lifting the thighs up off of the ground, the shoulders coming back into the upward dog. Taking one breath here. If that's too much for your lower back, releasing the legs onto the ground, and then coming back into your cobra position, legs pressed into the ground, rotating shoulders up and down and back. And then exhale, releasing, slowly squeezing the side of the body with the elbows. The chest comes down towards the floor. And releasing the forehead down onto the ground. Making a pillow with the hands. The head comes over towards the right hand side, taking a breath here. Beautiful. Rotating the head over. Right side of the head comes onto the hands. Head turns towards left side, taking a breath here. And feeling the release, feeling the release. So life is this current and continual dance of tension and release. So just noticing as the tension builds up in the different poses, how quickly can you release? How quickly can you give in to this rest and rejuvenation? Beautiful. Now placing the hands so that the elbows are underneath the shoulders, palms pressed flat into the ground, elbows shoulder width apart. Again, the pointer finger facing forward, thumb pressing all the way out, both palms firmly pressed into the ground. And notice, are you sinking into the shoulders here? Or can you inhale, press into the elbows, pressing the pelvis into the ground, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, kissing the shoulder blades together here. Breathing into the front of your proud chest. Toes pressing into the ground. Breathing up into the front of your neck, into the front of the center of your communication center or energetic center known as the Vishuddhi. Breathing into the front of your throat. And then exhaling, chin comes back down towards the chest. We're going to cross the left hand over and then reaching the right toe back up towards the buttocks and looking over at the right toe, over the right shoulder. If it's comfortable for you, you could grab a hold, make the grip of your elbow, grab back, and hold on to the top of your toe, inhaling here. Make sure that you're pressing nice and strong into your front arm here so you don't collapse in the chest. One more breath here, inhaling, and exhale, releasing that arm down, releasing the leg, and then bringing the right palm into the ground. Come back into your Sphinx pose. Inhale, rotating shoulders up and down and back. Chest nice and proud, looking out into your horizon. Inviting in that sense of calm and restoration into the body. With the feedback of the breath as it presses into the belly, into that lower abdominal breath. Following the sensation of the inhale as it fills up, pressing into the ground. The exhale as it leaves the body. Beautiful. And then moving the right hand over to a 90-degree angle. Lifting the left, bending the left knee, looking back over the left shoulder. Pointing the left toe. Subtly, gently, and then if it's possible for you, reaching back with the left arm and placing the left top of the foot in the left crook of the elbow. Inhale, looking back. This nice top of the thigh stretch. One more breath here, inhaling. And on the exhale, release. The arm comes down. Palms come back to parallel. And then coming on to all fours and back to child's pose here. Releasing the lower back. You can even shake the tailbone back from the right side to the left side. Toes together, knees wide apart. Releasing the lower back here. Noticing if any tension built up in the body, can you release the eyes, the jaw. Releasing out with the exhale. Any tension in the throat, shoulders, hands. Scanning down the body, releasing any tension in the belly, top of the thighs, pelvis. Releasing any tension in the knees and the feet. Taking a nice deep inhalation in. And on the exhalation, gently sliding the arms up and coming up. Bringing the legs out in front of you. And we'll bring the right heel in, pressing into the left thigh. We're a little supported forward fold here. If you had a blanket, if you had a pillow, you can place it on your thighs, or if you like, just inhaling, or if you had a scarf, or shirt, or anything, sock, you could place this around the bottom of your left foot. Or you could just allow the fingertips to walk forward on the floor. On the inhale, extending, breathing up into your proud chest. On the exhale, bending the elbows down towards the ground. Keeping a little micro bend in this left knee here. No need to lock out the knee or bring too much stress into the back of the hamstring. So inhaling the chest up. We'll take a dynamic stretch here, and then on the exhale, bending the elbows and releasing forward. Inhale, cascading up. Exhale, releasing forward. Inhale, releasing up. And on the exhale, just noticing, can you release, relax, surrender. Taking a few more of these dynamic stretches if that feels good for you, or if you'd like, you can just release. And let the body extend over the left leg. You can also place your fist, the left fist on the shin, the right fist on top of the left shin, and making a little pillow with the hands here. Releasing into this forward stretch. Noticing if you can invite the breath deep into the bottom of the tailbone, into the back of the lumbar spine. Rotating the shoulders up and down and back, making sure there's spaciousness on the side of the neck. You're not gripping in the jaw. Exhale, releasing the hands, pressing the hands into the ground and coming back up. Stretching the right leg forward, bending the left leg so the bottom of the left thigh, left foot presses into the right thigh. Inhaling up into your proud chest, nice and tall. And then on the exhale, cascading forward, elbows bend down. Inhale, pressing up. Making sure that big toe is pointed up towards the ceiling. Micro bend in the left knee. Inhaling up. Exhaling, cascading forward. Taking this dynamic inhale, pressing into the arms, extending, lengthening out of the spine. Exhale, perhaps walking the fingertips a few centimeters forward. Sticking with this dynamic inhale, pressing in and up. Exhale, cascading forward. Or when you begin to start to feel the body release, you can just release over this right leg. Perhaps making that pillow, the left fist comes into the shin, right fist comes on top of the left. Making your little pillow here. So when we create this support, the supportive structure, using the hands to prop up the head, having support, we then create a form to invite release. So perhaps even noting in where might be places in your life that you could invite in or even ask for some support so that you can find some relief and some release. Breathing into your lower back. So often in this individualist culture, we're so taught that, or somehow come up with these ideas that we have to do everything on our own. So just really thinking and inviting in this concept of noticing, are you more of a receiver? Are you more of a giver? Do you give a lot, or do you actually allow people to receive, to give to you? Can you receive? And noticing in yoga how we also have these same themes of support and release, of giving ourselves the breath so that we can receive the nourishment of the practice. And on the exhale, releasing the hands down, pressing back up, and placing both legs out front, coming all the way back onto our back here. And one more pose before we come into our final relaxation pose. Bringing the knees up towards the chest. So we were in our forward fold, and we want to do a opposite pose to balance out the energy. So both feet coming up into the air, into happy baby pose, grabbing a hold of the inside of the feet. You might even rock over from the right side of the pelvis to the left side, using this rocking to iron out any tension in the back of, as the hamstrings extended up over into the pelvic girdle, into the lower back. Noticing how can we get the support and release from our backs on the ground here. Breathing into the belly, letting it all hang out on the exhale, perhaps breathing out the mouth. Breathing out pursed lips. One more inhalation here. And on the exhalation, releasing. Fantastic. Allowing the legs to come down, forward. Lying in Shavasana or final resting pose. Walking the shoulder blades under. Lifting the chin up towards the chest. Perhaps taking one breath inhalation here, squeezing the hands, squeezing the arms, squeezing the face, squeezing the shoulders, squeezing the buttocks, squeezing the belly, squeezing the legs, lifting the feet up off the ground. This final bit of contraction before we exhale and release all the breath, all of the tension out of the body. And notice if there's anything you can do here to just become even 5% more relaxed. And come into a quick guided yoga nidra. So releasing any tension out of the eyes, jaw, back of the tongue, the throat. Releasing the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Releasing any tension out of the chest. Breathing into the belly. Releasing the buttocks, the legs, knees, calves. Releasing the heels. Releasing the toes. Relaxing the right arm, relaxing the left arm, relax the right leg, relax the left leg, relaxing the back of the body, the back of the chest, back of the hands, back of the feet. Relaxing the front of the body, relaxing the face, jaw, tongue, throat. Relaxing the breath and the front of the body. Relaxing the abdomen. Relaxing the thighs, the front of the feet. Again, relaxing the right hand, right forearm, right shoulder, right side of the body. Bringing your attention to your right hip, right thigh, right knee, right heel, right foot, right toes. Then bringing your attention to the left hand, left forearm, left elbow, left shoulder, left side of the body, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left heel, left top of the foot. Bringing your attention to the right brain, bringing your attention to the left brain. Attention to the right side of the body. Awareness to the left side of the body. Releasing the whole body. Releasing the whole body. Releasing the whole body. Now bringing your awareness to the sensation of the breath as it enters into the nostrils. Feeling the breath as it leaves the nostrils. Bringing the attention to the breath, counting as you inhale in. Inhaling in, 1. Exhaling out, 1. Following the inhalation in again as you inhale in, 2. Exhale out, 2. And beginning to use the awareness of the breath, counting up to 13, nice and slow, nowhere to go, nothing to be. Following the inhalation in, inhaling into the nostrils, 1. Inhaling out the nostrils, 1. Inhaling into the nostrils, 2. Exhaling out through the nostrils, 2. Staying with the inhalation and exhalation. Counting up to 13 in this moment. Don't rush the breath. If you lose count, going back to 1. And starting again. Seeing how much relaxation and rejuvenation can invite into the breath. Then letting go and releasing that. Now bringing your attention to the sounds in your environment. Noticing the furthest sound out, side of the room. Noticing if you can follow in without being aware of the origin or concern. Just observing with the sensation of hearing. Then noticing the next sound as it is in the room, most audible. Using your hyper sensitive point of hearing to bring your awareness further into the present moment. Then bringing your attention to the sound of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. And switching your attention with the eyes closed to any images that are on the eyelids or into the empty space in front of the eyes that should attach. Noticing any shapes, colors, symbols. Releasing and letting that go. And aware of any taste inside of the mouth. Perhaps flavor from the last thing you ate or brushed in your teeth. Perhaps even thinking of, you identify the salivary gland, you're thinking of the next meal that you might have. Releasing and letting that go, bringing the attention to the sensation, the points of where the body touches the ground. Aware of the heels, back of the legs, knees, pelvis, back, shoulders, arms, hands, back of the head, feet together. Now bringing your sensation and your awareness into perhaps your sixth sense, you're knowing what you know that you know. Letting any information come in. Perhaps even gauging exactly how relaxed the body is feeling right now. Making a mental note. Taking in any intuitive images, sensations. And lastly, gathering on the sensation of the smell. Breathing in through the nostrils, noticing any smells in the room. Smells from perfumes or lotions that you may have used. All of the senses acknowledged, heightened aware. And then bringing the sensation back to the image of the body, where it is lying on the floor, envisioning the four walls of the room, envisioning where your body is, perhaps what you're wearing, where you're laying. And when you're ready, beginning to wiggle the fingers, wiggling the toes, reaching the hands up above the head. Or if you have time and you'd like to stay here, you can stay in this relaxed, released position, rejuvenated and restored. Rolling over to your right side, making a pillow with the hands. And then on the exhalation, gently pushing the body up to a seated position, bringing the hands in front of the heart, in front of the chest. Keeping the eyes closed here. Gently acknowledging the space of restoration, rejuvenation, and calm that you've created for yourself. Bowing your chin down towards your chest in gratitude. Giving thanks to your ancestors, to your inner teacher, and to your guides. And to end this practice, we say Ashe and Namaste. I'm Afia Yana.
Here Tuesday mornings, 8 a.m. for energizing rest practice. On Thursday at 5 p.m. If you found any benefits from this practice, please share with a friend who might benefit. And until next time, share the love.